introduction, I want to tell a little story to you. Jack was a weak and a poor man. Also, he displayed none of qualities of a good soldier. He dreamed of a great adventure. He always liked walking on the seaside with his best friend, a donkey. On a quiet full moon night, he sailed to a long shore. There was a war in this place. He met many soldiers who are wounded and thirsty. I need some water. The soldier said, Jack, take water to the chiefs who are very thirsty and put them on the back of the donkey. He brought them back from the battlefront to the hospital. A chief soldier with a kind word and a smile. They called Jack Bahadur, which means bravest of the brave. This is just the story about one man and a donkey. But at that time, there are also many heroes. We even didn't know their names. When the sun going up in the morning, we should remember them because they have fought for our freedom today. Least we fought.
Thanks to me.
Thank you.
He shows the story about a hero. Today, we will introduce Anzac Day, which is a day for commemoration these heroes like Jake. Anzac stands for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. It falls on the 25th of April each year. In 1960, was originally named Anzac Day. Now, I believe you must have some questions. Why is this day special to Australia? How does Australia commemorate in Anzac Day? And what does it mean today? You will find the answer in the following presentation.
Well, let's move on to the origins of the Anzac Day. As we all know, the beneficial way of learning a historical event is to know the time, place, people, and the reason of this event. Therefore, I will tell you the origins of the Anzac Day by answering these questions. On the morning of 25 April 1915, Australia and New Zealand soldiers formed part of an Allied expedition that set out to capture the Gallipoli Peninsula in order to open the way to the Black Sea for the Allied navies. The objective was to capture Constantinople, the capital of Ottoman Empire and the ally of Germany. In this war, over 8,000 Australian soldiers were killed. News of the landing on Gallipoli and the events that followed had a profound impact on Australians at home. The 25th of April should become the day on which Australians remember the sacrifice of those who had died in the war. Well, that's the reason why the Anzac Day is so special to Australians. Now, Yucheng will present the commemoration of the Anzac Day for you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Now I'll show you some commemorating ways in Australian style. People think the Anzac Day is one of the most solemn days of the year and take a national public holiday. And the most traditional and popular activity is dawn services. What's dawn services? People get up quite early in the morning, go together and commemorate the soldiers who was lost at war. Except for this, the Australian Post also publishes stamps for the Anzac Day. And I think it's quite interesting and meaningful for stamp collectors to expect for the special stamps every year, right? And there is also another celebration, football games. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. There are football games between different cities from Australia and New Zealand every year, and the winning team will get a generous award. And from my point of view, people can feel the Anzac spirits by football games, like the skill, the courage, the unity, and the justice, and stuff like that. Go on. And in conclusion, I think the Anzac Day and the commemorating activities remind us that the war does no good to our human beings. And by Anzac Day, we strengthen the sense of unity and celebrate for today's freedom. Thank you. This is my part.
As my partner said, the Anzac Day was originated from World War I. But nowadays, the meaning of Anzac Day also includes the Australian who is died or killed in military operations, especially in World War II. We can imagine that if Australia was defeated by Japan, maybe Australia would too eat the sushi every day now. So Australians use various ways to remember these heroes. For example, in Brisbane, there is Anzac Square located in city, and the State Library also have an Anzac display called Distant Lines. In addition, they also will make Anzac biscuit to commemorate them. In conclusion, we believe that Anzac Day will always be important for Australia because we should never forget them. That's all.
Thank you.
And after the presentation, I make some Anzac biscuit.
Oh,
Anzac
wow.
biscuit.
Oh, you can stop too.